All right, gamers, we're back. Do I know what I'm doing? Not really. 1 second. Just giving a chatter some clemency. What did we get? We have 4 on the last one. 4 in ranked. Weirdly enough, I feel like I've been having better runs in May, and now it's June 2nd, I guess, today. But we were having better runs in ranked than unranked. Maybe I'm focusing more, you think? I like the idea of toxic catfish, man. 6 poison immediately, and then if we can get something to haste it, like, for example, a shadow cloak, that could go insane. Or a makeshift barricade. Well, this is a given, that's 2.
Clean up the bazaar.
If I'm being honest with you, I feel like you might want nothing else, which makes this kind of an expensive shop. You're good to have in the bag. Feel like 1 gold for that is okay. I feel like the regen's unlikely to matter, but let's try. And you know what? Brother, while we're here, give me a Fang and a Magma Core. It's a very strange loadout to begin with. There's no shot we lose. With 1 regen, 8 poison, and starting with a little bit of burn, there's no chance we lose. It's not going to happen. Basically, as soon as you've been poisoned by this, you're done. If anything, I wish I'd saved a little bit of money, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. The thing is, if we could get a beach ball, a bronze beach ball would be insane. I need that BBL. That's what they call beach ball, right? Please, I need a shop to sell me a BBL. Toot sweet, as soon as possible. Smalls and mediums. I would settle for a medium BBL. That's pretty big. Realistically, dumping both of you to get a fishing rod out here to haste you is worth something. And then plus you generate the economy for us as well. If you just give me a Yeti crab, we're chilling, man. Then 1 of 2 skills, please be a poison skill. Settle for 4% crit chance. Not really thrilled with it, but change chump. That's a bar. I'll give you fire emoji on that. You said I'm chump change. Well, you changed to chump. Now I'm about to put a BBL in that dump. So I'm obsessed with the BBL. I just can't get the beach ball off my brain right now. I'm sorry. I just don't think you can compete with the type of poison that we're throwing out here. You kind of got like my dream build. The only thing is the catfish mogs the jellyfish so verily that
next time, boys,
you don't stand a chance, man. You don't stand a chance. You do have the knee brace, though. That's a big one. Nothing wrong with that. Bronze tier poison skills. It's all bad, mate. Let's take 2 extra gold if we beat our opponent. I don't expect it to be, you know, the be-all, end-all, but... Okay, 5 gold, a slow item. Non-weapon items. 5 gold to me means we chill a little bit. We can't afford to be super spendy. Plus 2 poison on the catfish is something. Upgrading a fishing rod to give us better items is something. You don't go off any more frequently. You do haste with 2 sight. No, it's still good, still good. Mosquito Rogue Scrapper. I don't think we lose to Rogue Scrapper. I don't think there's much we want here, but... I mean, the skill is pretty good. 2 seconds of haste is kind of serious, man. Takes a long time for 60 heal to make up for 53 poison a second. I guess it depends on the cooldown of your heal, but you get the idea. Like, the fact that 1 item is applying so much poison so quickly is kind of insane. And this is really, like, the most hacky way to get a haste build going. Outside of, I guess, just having skills that make it happen, but... Hey, I was just gonna say Transform would go huge here. Who knows, man? It is an aquatic item. That could work for a minute, man. I think we need to look for mediums and hope that there's a BBL in there. Slow an item. I mean, Dock Lines is, like, pretty good. I could live with it slowing everything down. Oh, I didn't even see this, right? Just thinking, if you have a beach ball, I have to look. So we might be throwing it away, but nah, I can live with that. I'm okay with our loadout here. Now, if we get money, we should maybe buy aquatics, because having heals would go crazy. This may end up becoming a water wheel build. An 11 regen for the fight. So you're also a big poisoner, but we're obviously going to poison more than you. The regen is going to be a problem, without a doubt. But you know, this is where the slow comes in. It might be close. I don't know. It's hard to do the calculus with Mac, man. Actually, we mog you. And I think everybody watching would love to see Mac lose, like poison v poison. So you're welcome for that. I can be your hero, baby. I could kiss away your pain. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to not even make you wait for it. We're going to hit the modulation right off the bat. I would stand by you forever. You can take my breath away. You're none, bud. I don't think we want to transform. The double catfish, I think, is okay. We really want to see a Yeti crab, man. Oh, you shouldn't have. And then, like, more means to freeze would be kind of crazy. You're kind of a stud as well, man. I think I would put you in the bag for the moment.
Excellent choice.
And then run this. I get that we got one open space. You don't really slow. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to run you. I don't think you're going to do too much for us, but the extra haste could be really, really big for us here. And the water wheel, oh man, the water wheel. I think we try Hoverbike Hooligan, man. He's no joke, but he's a little bit of a joke to a fella such as ourselves. Extra ammo on the dive weights should be fine. Wouldn't mind to see extra ammo on dive weights. It's a lot of poison real quick, man. Real quick.
Just let me go, yeah?
Poison was like higher than his max HP. If anything, again, it may sound kind of crazy. We might want to get you out so that more haste goes on to you. Like the actual right permutation for this build, as scuffed as it looks, might be this. And then like that. Just to make sure as much haste as possible ends up on the catfish. But I'll admit, it's a bit of a crazy play to not fill the board. How about an aquatic item? I'm gonna test it, man. It's like, every haste is gonna be like,
I may be young for a
I gotta think about it. Tortuga that does a lot of damage is very scary. You know, it would be nice. Oh, no, it kind of negates the freeze because of the fact that it charges. Youch! They've got a great build, man. Obsidian Catfish is very hot. Not to mention the... I mean, that's like about as early as you can get a Tortuga. Gotta put some respect on that. We're gonna hit you up here. It's possible I got a little too big for my britches there, I suppose. That's a third catfish, brother. That's a third one. Obviously, you're gonna... I mean, you're gonna put him out there. At some point, less is more, I think, but... Doglines is pretty good, but this gives us some great coverage. One more aquatic? Why not, man? Why not? I'm not worried about you scaling with Docklines, to be honest. Give me 80 health. What we want to see is way more haste. But a free slow item. Definitely not a big fan of that. I don't know why I took it. Flame Juggler is real hot. We're gonna go Blood Reef Raider on this one. Water Wheel or... Nah, probably Water Wheel is what we're looking for. That's what we're angling ourselves towards. Like, you can see my rationale, right? Like, one catfish receiving... This catfish specifically receiving more haste is better for us, but... Water Wheel, Beach Ball, something hasteable, please. Medium items. Medium items is interesting. Could be a beach ball. But then this is hard to ignore. I kind of like the idea of... Foral's not a long-term solution, but I like the idea of getting it going here. Now that I think about it, it might have been very silly. Should have gone there. Well, 5 regen is like worthless right now. I shouldn't be a gumball, so I'm just clicking on stuff that looks familiar to my brain.
My fight isn't with you.
I'm literally just clicking. Why would I go gumballs there? We should have gone small weapon, even though we don't care for weapons. At least it would have been something to sell. Heavy shield. Man, I don't know. I'm a little spooked by this spiky shield for sure. It's going to be doing hella damage, as they say. That being said, we're kind of like owning you. And I think we'd all agree that Pig has been very smug lately, so to get a win against a Pig feels very nice. Taste my blade, I guess is that... I'm trying to say taste my blade. What do you got for me here? How about some poison-related skills? That's the one, man. First time you poison freeze for 2 seconds, the freeze also gives us extra poison via the Yeti crab. That's huge. Let me get small non-weapon. I should look at what we got from our fishing rod, too. It's another dive weights, bro. That's crazy. The double dive weights goes insane.
I'm not getting out of this pool, darling. But you're welcome
When you
to
freeze,
join
this
me.
gains 10 damage. We don't freeze that much yet. Lockbox, at least right now, we got the space for it. We got the money for it. Taking you up to gold is very interesting, man.
I wore that
And
grand
a
cinema.
safe. Like, apparently, I can't afford to sell my own item. We did make 2 gold off of that. We take those. Any reason you're on no multicast right now? I don't think so. A haste. If anything, Sabretooth just has like really good loot, man. You gotta consider it. I don't think we really want Shiny Fang, but it makes for a great transformation target for sure. If we could just get into a world where we have like the same number of dive weights as catfish, then I'd be thrilled. Or more catfish and just the one. Yeah. A puffer fish would fit nicely too, for sure. Let's see. I'm big on smalls.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine. Shall I?
That's very nice, obviously. What else you got for me, man? Nothing too hyper relevant. We could be buying for coral, but I don't think it's a long-term solution. We could upgrade some bronzes. I think you're ever making it out, but not relevant. Probably better off with 3 silver chocolate bars. I think we got a serious chance at 10 if we play our cards right and get good skills.
You should know.
Like, what do we
I went
need?
into the legend on Polaris.
It would be nice.
Go ahead.
Some of those, I'm not a big poisoner
It's more
necessarily
fun.
as Vanessa. I prefer to run single weapon, as you know. But if we could get like one of those poison skills that's like you gain, whenever you poison an enemy, gain regen. Like now we'd start to have a little bit more defensive coverage to go along with obviously our prodigious offensive ability. We actually get there, which is crazy, because we were looking pretty bad for a second there. This dude right here received all of the haste, and I hate him. But we make those. As a tie, but we take those. Tie goes to the streamer, apparently. It's not a experience potion anymore. What is this? A vial of root? Vial of blood. It's always been called that, apparently. You have no reason to be here. You, on the other hand, you might be able to get a pretty good amount of shield. I don't know, brother. For now, I'm buffing coral while we're here. I don't necessarily think it's the be-all, end-all, but... And I don't really care for gumballs. Health and shield items. I'll take a small burner instead. Just something we can sell. Lich. Lich seems tough for a fella such as myself. I don't know, 4 men, one of them could be the Lich. That'd be tough. You are a tool. When you use a tool, items adjacent gain crit chance. Not very relevant, but most of the stuff here isn't. He's going monkey mode. Shield's getting up there. We actually almost got in trouble there because we don't do damage quickly. But once we get a little bit of momentum under us, watch out. Haste the item to the right for 2 seconds. Slow the item to the left for 1 second. It's slower than fishing rod, so it's just a non-starter. Even ignoring the non-aquatic nature of it. Health for power. I think I hate this event. We take a silver ritual dagger. We take a golden ritual dagger. Hang on 1 second. In regen equal to its damage. You're done. You insult me with that. Smalls and mediums. With 35 gold, I'm going out here. Large items, please God, a water wheel. Port? You're an interesting fella too. Because we do have poison. We do have poison, and technically we could have slow. We'd have to take so much out. I'm not sure you're worth it. I'm really fishing for this water wheel, man. A friend gains multicast for the fight. I'm the type of beast that just like, I have to try.
On behalf of the Grand Society of them, Mister.
I gotta take a look.
Thanks.
And I'm assuming we're just gonna go for faster scaling. I don't know, it's a strange build. I took out all of our defense, by the way. But the idea is you don't need defense if you're putting 300 poison every 4 seconds on your opponent's head. I may come to rue the day on that one. We'll see. At least you go off first. We poison, get a skill. We put multicast on the fella we don't want multicast on, but that's okay. Because we're going to get it again. And we put it on the same one, but that's still quite a lot of poison. It still gets you there.
Bring her about. I've got another salvo in me.
I've got another salvo in me. I like the way she says that, man. Bring her about! She says it kind of like Newman. Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me. You can hear the audience going. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, probably not. These stories are lost to the sands of time. Prince of Persia. Skibidi-dee-dee-dee. Do you think Elaine would have gotten addicted to watching Instagram reels? Just a question I've been asking myself lately. I think it's definitely possible. I think Elaine's probably the most likely to fall for like an obvious, like AI-generated YouTube short. Okay, listen, brother, I'm just gonna level with you. I wasn't familiar with your game. You're bringing a lot more heat than I expected. I should have painted my ship red on that one, if we're being honest. That one's on me. I don't really want weapons. We'll save money. Save a lot of money when you're not buying stuff very often. We're not going to level, so I think I got to take a chance on a rare event that's useless. What you got, man? For each adjacent tool, when you burn, when you gain haste, when this gains haste, it gains 40 damage. There's a temptation there, but we don't have the guaranteed haste. It's always bad when you go to those shops, man. What a name, by the way. Are you seeing this name? I'm not even going to say it, man. I'm going to click on it, and maybe it's going to load. You never know. The packets have been slow today from time to time.
My fight isn't with you,
But if you insist. Fiery Cove. How much damage you doing there? 225 burn is insane. Please freeze the cove. We got shiny Yeti crab. I'm gonna crash out. Crash out confirmed.
bravery.
We can't run card table. I want to run card table. We can't run card table. I don't want you to hit this fella. You got to hit one of these fellas. The whole win condition is you hit one of the other fellas, man. If we only had one of them, though. We only had one friend. You think this is the way?
To trust the shrouded stranger at the edge of the
That's probably the way, now that I think about it. Yeah, and I probably should have thought about that earlier. I'm gonna go for freeze. Freeze is relevant, man. I mean, the first time you freeze, the first time you haste freeze is crazy. I can't believe I still have fishing rod on the board as well. That's a little insulting. So I think the way we rework this, pull both of these. You go in here. So one of you two has to receive the bonus. And then we probably want gold and gold seaweed and gold shield. This way you receive all of the... You two receive the benefit of the card table. Yeah. Let me get 8 regen for free. Dragon's not our play. We're looking more for Cosmic Rock. The more opportunities to gain haste, the merrier. And cooldown reduction would be sick too. Alright, but no, you could steal the shiny. I just realized now it actually worked out appropriately, but you should probably be cut because you could steal the multicast. Yeah. So we want to cut you and probably put Coral on the board, even though I think Coral is a lot worse. Acceptable. And it was, someday we'll do something about this guy, but... I'm happy to have you receiving as much haste as possible. Non-weapon items. Iceberg. Iceberg is nutty, bro. It's cheap, too, in the whole scheme of things. I mean, to be honest with you, I think you can cut Coral, put fishing rod in the bag, put Iceberg out there. It is less... Well, it's less and it's more. It's less haste, but still a lot. But it's more freeze, which is a lot of poison. And also, that's crazy. It's less items, which means more haste will go to Catfish. Plus, this can't be hasted anyway, so... I think this actually makes some degree of sense. Elemental depth charge, always interesting, man. I think I'd have to cut too much to fit you, even though you would buff like crazy. I gotta put you in the bag for now. I'm tempted. Maybe I could cut card table and then just run it out there, because it would get buffed and it would receive... Well, I don't know. It's a tough call. Give me 800 shield, please.
Full sail, my boy.
It's a really tough choice, I think. This one seems like an easy choice, though. Make your best depth charge even better. Yeah, okay. Painbot. 5 wins. I think I really feel confident about what we got going on here.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
Iceberg is going to be disgusting. It'll really slow down the Cutlass, which is important. Orange Julian's going to be a bit of a menace, but at least he's only going to get to go off once, then he's going to get frozen. Getting quite a lot of poison out there. I'm not sure if you've noticed that as well. Youch, by the way. That's a lot of poison, though. That's a lot of poison. Very interesting. Okay. Obviously, it'd be better to have Iceberg upgraded. Could happen. Let's see what our item was. You're bad. You're bad. You're never going to make it. You could be cut, man. I know it's true. Even if you only get to go off one time, I think it's worth it. Let's stack some HP. If poison is the win con, then I think you're the play. Knowing, though, that you're going to soak up a little bit of haste, and that haste could have been going to the Catfish, which would have been getting 12 poison per haste. So there is like a heavy opportunity cost. But when I'm also receiving extra poison for free with the Iceberg effect. Yeah, okay, that went pretty... I mean, this is not a representative enemy because they got a lot of small items, but... You sold me. You sold me on the free lunch there. Piggles, it's kind of econ, but, like, we don't really care. I think we want Roaming Isle. You probably one-shot us, unfortunately. I don't get a freeze-off in time, I think. Smalls charge larges is... Oh, that's not even what we're talking about here. Anyway, most of your items are completely useless to me. Tropical Island would be nice in the bag. I didn't even think about this. I was talking about, like, the opportunity cost we're losing, but you freezing 7 times also is generating...
Waste of gun.
84 poison on this guy, which I've already doubled, but... Okay, so haste is crazy. The only thing... What happens if you get turbo iceberg? Turbo iceberg. When your enemy uses an item, haste an item for 3 seconds. So either that or do you put it on this, even though it takes 12 seconds to go off. You could double the duration of haste, but that's not as interesting to me. Because more haste triggers equals more charges of poison on this guy, more buffs of poison. The 3 seconds of haste is crazy. The exception, or the reason this would be bad, is if we got into a situation where our enemy like doesn't really use items. But ignoring that, I think we're chill, man. These shops aren't that interesting to me. I feel like I almost have... Obama official! He's about to put the Bazaar on his Game of the Year list 2025. What I've been playing lately? He doesn't really sound like that. I don't really know what I was trying to do there. You poison yourself. Slow 1 items for 2 seconds, huh? I don't really know what any of your stuff does, so I'm just gonna chill out, I guess. I don't really know what your whole thing is. You're always doing stuff. I'm always putting 1200 poison on your head and then talking like you're the overpowered character and I'm like just a little baby or whatever, but we take those. 7 wins, 2 losses with a build that's looking quite cracked, my dear. Loving what we're doing here. So much gold. Hang on, first off, see what you get. Piranhas get sold. I'm going to double up on poison. I'm going to put it on you. I know you cast 7 times, but you're my dude. Similarly, like, this is a great position to be in, man. We got no cash flow issues here whatsoever. Look at this. Considerable increase in HP. Lord of the Wastes. I don't know what I would do with Lord of the Wastes if we gave us foreboding wins. I hope he just gives us diamond gold. Sounds like a made-up name of Jan Brady's boyfriend. Know what I'm talking about? You weren't vibing with the Simpsons stuff in the last episode. How about the Brady Bunch? I'm interested to see who's doing more poison, man. I bet it's still elemental depth charge. Yeah, by a little bit. I'm glad I took you. Nah. We ain't interested in all that. Skills. Give me skills unique to Vanessa. We don't even have a weapon, bro. First time you use an item, haste and aquatic. It's more haste. It's not much, but it's something. More boots would be crazy. More poison would be crazy. That's more poison. Crazy is kind of a strong word, I guess. 10 max health? Here's the thing, brother. You never know. We got lots of money. Now's not the time to be thrifty. This is what we want to see right here. That's a big one. Why not? Use slow items. We don't have anything with slow. One of the very few things we're missing. Oh, dude. 1 extra second of haste. We'd rather have the haste on you, because it kind of splits the difference, you know? Like, it gives us a way out if they're not running like a spammy build. If they're running a spammy build, we'd rather have it on you, but we already got something on you. Slow and steady wins the race, bro. 6 extra poison. And we got lots of money to work with. Okay. It's been a while since I sniffed at a great Bazaar run. But just hold, man. Just hold. We're doing great. It's a poison build. Heal equal to your enemy's poison. When you poison, gain 3 regen. When you... There's too many when yous, man. That's my problem with Mac. Everything he has is when you, and then you, and this, and you, when you, then if... Chill, bro. You're dead. Don't worry about it so much. It all comes out in the wash, spiritually speaking. Be nice if you got extra ammo, for sure. I mean, you do pretty well just going off once, but... Enchant an item with damage effects? I think I will enchant an item with damage effects. Thank you for asking. Let's not make the same mistake we made last... Does it really just go off for 20? Yeah. They knew it would be overpowered. I can't be mad at that. They're right. It would be overpowered. Pardon me. It would have been much better on Seaweed, but that's a how bizarre situation. I still don't like the Property Baron. Plus his rewards kind of suck. The XP might be one thing, but otherwise his rewards are kind of stinky. Hey, at least we have a weapon now too. I don't know if that's really anything for us, but... whatever. 140 damage for nothing.
Let the desert cleanse you.
Let the desert cleanse you, buddy. Does he know he's the one who died? He's talking like he's in John Wick 3. Okay,
Rally,
Flamberge.
men! Blades to the wind!
Flamberge is interesting. 15 damage. Dude, hang on. Because I actually feel like there's a case to be made for transforming it and hoping it's like an iceberg. Didn't go down like that, Unk. I'm gonna take 400 more HP for now. I think it's a justifiable choice. Now we're talking, man. Someone else on 8 wins at the same level. You never know about these. What do you got going for you here? You got a lifesteal weapon, turbo submersible with the orange Julian. So long, farewell, goodbye. Be nice to freeze that orange Julian way the frick up. Be nice to freeze that submersible way the frick up. It's gonna be awesome. They got a killer build, man. Goes off every 2.2 seconds. This is helping charge it. Triple cast orange Julian. Holy cow. What do you got for me here? It's an item with heal effects. I mean, double healing seaweed is one thing, but it's also kind of boring.
Let me brighten them.
Let's get something going on here. Something a little bit more exciting. Icy, icy, icy poisoner.
I won't fall. My people need me.
It's immaterial, if I'm being honest, I think, but it's not all bad. Maybe an enchanted version of some stuff we already got. At this point, I'm not deviating from the plan. I really like our build. Maybe if we stopped getting golden piranhas, might consider changing it up a little bit, but small's charge is large is not relevant for us. I say this every time, like nothing you have is relevant for us. Either way, you're like absurdly cooked. You're cooked to a degree that we didn't know, like the type of cookery that could happen.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
Salamander. Not my tempo. Lord Arkin has that crazy regen potion. Am I in... like, you don't have anything we like anyway. Let's send it, man. I think there's a chance. First 8 times you use a weapon, charge an item would kind of go nuts. Let's not really prioritize that, though. Freezing the Gatling gun seems good, but the Vitality Potion is going to be tough for us to work around. We could just put 4,000 poison on you. Takes some time to get there, though. Never mind, we own you verily. Please, please, please. Flurry of blows. Ah, that's alright. The Gatling gun.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom!
He's so real for that one. I do want you to go off, but I can't help but feel like double length freeze helps us out in those like matches that we've been losing. And if I'm being real with you, I just kind of like the dig site, man. The right play is probably ammo shop, but this is fun. Sea Dog Saloon, not the play. 3 silver chocolate bars, not the play. 3 small items from any hero. I'm going to say not the play. Reconnecting. They're reconnecting to the game. That's all right, man. That happens. Maybe it hits harder if you don't do like a riff and you just kind of let it. Just kind of let it make you go silent mode. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I know how to make a video game. But, like, when you've already presented me with the items, why does it desync from the server? I guess it's, like, anti-cheat. But, like, it's also kind of anti-play. Now, I'm not trying to do, like, a be careful what you wish for. And then they're going to, like, rip the anti-cheat out and be like, look, the game works. But it's, like, you know, it's not worth playing because people just edit all the values and stuff. But there's got to be a way, man.
I may be young,
Eduardo.
but I've
By the way, I'd be thrilled with 8. People are really good at this game. There's a lot of nerds out there, myself included. And you know, you should know at least, nothing annoys a nerd like someone who's like 10% more nerdy. It's not really fair, but it's the way of the world these days. Hang on, we can live. The barrel's going off and it ain't coming back.
like
We
my
take
crew
those.
says at the bar. Another round.
Like, you recognize that if they ask you 20 trivia questions and you get 18 right, you're going to be annoying to 80% of the room. But nothing is going to be more annoying than the people who got 19 or 20. You're going to be, like, preying on their downfall. I know, man. I'm there all the time. Improve your poison items. If we're being honest, your enchantment kind of sucks. Does it always enchant with toxic? I don't think it's really worse. I don't know how much better it could be, but I don't think it's much worse, if it's worse at all. Icicle, not necessary. I've tried it before. I've run it before. I know you know the rules, and so do I. It's just a bit of a waste of time. I'm not excited about the items in there. Ammo, skills, could apply more burn, but I think it's got to be diamonds. First 10 times you use your leftmost, haste an item for 1 second. First 6 times you use a non-weapon. If you have 1 weapon, you don't really need the lifesteal. It's the opportunity cost from before. 10 extra haste would be nice. But how are we going to... Because what would my leftmost item be? 10 times use your leftmost item. Because iceberg doesn't count as use. So I'm thinking we could do like... And then we get 7 uses out of it, right? I'm willing to run it. We're leaving a little bit on the table. I wouldn't deny that. Any chance we rinse the Void Colossus? We're not going to level anyway. Let's go for broke, man. All we got to do is have this beat that, which we can do via haste. Which we can do via haste, I said. Hi, iceberg! Nah, we're chilling. You can't stop me. What else you got? When you burn haste an item? I mean, that would also go crazy, to be honest with you. Just 1 extra ammo would go crazy, too.
We barely got off last
Nothing? Pure garbage. Okay. 114 gold is kind of nuts. Wow, we can get a lot more HP. Like 10% more HP temporarily. What if I told you that temporary is all we have, man? For the position we're in, temporary is all we got. A level 14 dually that hasn't lost in a while based on their prestige. Please tell me it's lots of smalls. It's a few. It's something that goes off very fast, which then gets frozen, which then hastes us, but it makes our elemental depth charge take longer. But then we get 3 seconds of haste every time their toxic atomic clock goes off, man. Oh, the poison is unbelievable. The head is soaring. Nice atomic clock, bro. Ah, you're cool. You're chill, Dooley. You're chill. I just put 2,000 poison on your dome for sport. All right, that was good. That was a great 10-piece. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Or subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Later.